Charlie Wood arrived at the Junior Invitational at Sage Valley, carrying genuine momentum. His World Junior ranking had climbed from 604 all the way to 21. He had committed to Florida State University on his own terms, turning down the Stanford path many expected him to take. He had won the tailor-made Invitational, beating the 1st, 5th, and 7th-ranked juniors in the country. The stage felt set for something special. Sage Valley is no ordinary junior tournament. Played less than 20 miles from Augusta National on a course that mirrors its challenges, it carries real weight in the junior golf world. Past champions include Scotty Scheffler, Sahith Theegala, and Joaquin Niemann, players who have gone on to win at the highest level. Everyone who matters in junior golf shows up here. Everyone who matters was watching Charlie. Thursday's opening round showed flashes of both his talent and his vulnerability. He made 5 birdies but also carded triple bogeys on the 2nd and 14th holes, finishing 3 over par and tied for 22nd. It was uneven, but survivable. Friday brought another 76, and the mistakes were starting to pile up in a way that felt less like bad luck and more like something unraveling. Then Saturday arrived, and the tournament turned into something genuinely painful to watch. Charlie posted an 11 over par 83. A double bogey on the first hole was followed immediately by a triple bogey on the second. The gallery that had followed him with such anticipation quietly began to drift away. Sunday offered no redemption. Carded an 82 finished the week at 26 over par. Dead last in the entire field. Standing nearby on that same leaderboard, in an almost surreal contrast, was Miles Russell. The number 1 ranked junior in the country, Russell had opened with a tournament best 64. It added rounds of 70, 72, and 67 to finish at 15 under par. Won the Junior Invitational for the 2nd consecutive year. The gap between Russell and Charlie at the final horn was 41 shots. It's not a close miss, not a near thing. 41 shots. When the cameras found Charlie walking off the 18th green, his face showed no tears, no visible breakdown, just a quiet numbness that was somehow harder to witness than anger would have been. What happened next is what people are still talking. About hours after the last putt dropped, Charlie posted on Instagram. The golf world expected silence, or something carefully worded to minimize the damage. What they got instead was this. He called it an honor to compete at Sage Valley, praised the event itself, and offered genuine congratulations to his friend and future Florida State teammate Miles Russell. No mention of his own score. No explanation, no excuse, no deflection. Just clean. Unforced class from a 17-year-old who had just endured the worst week of his young career in front of everyone, watching junior golf. The response was immediate, and it came from all directions. Fans who had spent the week dissecting Charlie's struggles suddenly found themselves talking about his character instead. Fellow players shared the post. Media outlets treated it as its own story, separate from the tournament results. And within the Woods family, watching from wherever they were, there was reportedly a different kind of pride than any trophy could have produced. Tiger Woods, according to those close to the family, saw the post and felt not disappointment in the scores but genuine pride in the young man his son was becoming. Miles Russell himself acknowledged it with equal sincerity. He said Charlie was a great guy, that they were going to be teammates, that he was genuinely excited to play alongside him at Florida State. He said Charlie has a bright future, and he meant it without reservation. That composure Charlie showed did not appear from nowhere. It reflects something real about his life off the course. His parents, Tiger and Ellen, have a complicated and very public history. Yet both showed up together on stage at the Benjamin School. When Charlie won his state championship, despite everything between them as adults, they have remained present. For their son, Tiger has been openly supportive of Charlie choosing his own path in golf, never pushing him toward any particular program or identity. Ellen has kept him shielded from the worst of the spotlight. Charlie himself has made a conscious decision to stay off social media noise. He said earlier this year that he stopped reading the comments, stopped checking what people were saying, and decided his only job was to play golf. That discipline in someone his age is not common. The pairing of Charlie Wood and Miles Russell at Florida State is something the college golf world has not seen in quite some time. Russell is the youngest player ever to make the cut at a Corn Ferry Tour event, doing so at just 15 years old. He is the first player to win the Junior Players Championship twice. He is, by every measurable standard, the most dominant junior golfer in the country right now. Charlie is ranked 21st, still climbing, still developing. The distance between them on a scorecard at Sage Valley was stark and undeniable. But Kenny Knox, a Florida State Hall of Famer who has followed Charlie throughout his junior career, believes the combination is exactly what the program needs. Knox noted that Tiger likely wanted Charlie close to home, and that staying in state was the right call. He said landing both players in the same recruiting class was not easy, and that together they have a real shot at bringing a national championship to Tallahassee. The 2026 Masters is just days away. As this story settles into the broader golf conversation, Tiger Woods will not be competing. His body and his circumstances have kept him from the tournament he once dominated like no one else. But Charlie will be watching, and people who know him say he watches differently than most. He studies the pressure, studies what Augusta demands from a person. His time there as a competitor is not now, but the people around him believe it is coming. The scores from Sage Valley will be forgotten eventually. Leaderboards always get replaced by newer ones. What tends to stay is the story of how someone handled a hard moment when everyone was looking. Charlie Wood handled it about as well as a person can, congratulated the winner, called him a friend, and moved on. He is just getting started, and the foundation he is building has nothing to do with his father's legacy. It is entirely, unmistakably his own.